Good morning, everyone. This is Louise Lovewell. I'm here with dear Katie Lovewell and Margaret Hanson, and we are here to say happy, uh, it's almost solstice, right? When solstice? Yeah, the 21st, I think,
Think
September
so.
21st,
No, that's
something
right.
like that. But we're here to tell you all the good news about what's happening in today's wonderful real estate world in the East Bay. So, Katie Lovewell, take it away.
All right, I'm going to share my screen and share the monthly reports that come out from our local real estate association, Bay East. So again, we don't go through every city in Alameda County. So if there's more cities you want to check out, you can go on their website and you go to city information and you can look up this information for yourself as well. But we're going to start in the south part of Alameda County in Fremont. And overall, what we're seeing in most cities is a trend of active inventory is going down, pendings are going up, which typically means prices will go up, but you'll see some cities just had big price drops, other price changes, others doing the opposite. So, all right, we'll go through it. So here is Fremont. So definitely a big downturn in prices from July to August. But again, we expect that to turn around because there was a substantial change from active inventory of 127 to 97. Pendings didn't go up, but I still expect that with less inventory that things will start to shift around. All right, our next city is Hayward. And Hayward, definitely much flatter, not such big swings as we saw in Fremont, but also a similar trend of actives going down from 117 to 92, and pendings did go up from 40 to 60. So I think that's going to push prices up. And San Leandro active inventory went down from 65 to 61. Pending did go up from 27 to 36. And we do overall see prices are heading in the upward direction. Castro Valley active inventory went from 64 to 54. Pendings went up from 29 to 38. And overall, we see prices are heading back up. Alameda, prices are doing the opposite, heading down, even though, and also interesting enough, actives went up from 36 to 41. Pendings went slightly up from 21 to 23. So very interesting that Alameda is doing something different, but I expect that it will probably shift as well with such a big price drop from the previous month. All right, Oakland, actives went down from 476 to 417. Pendings went up from 145 to 166. Overall, we see prices seem to be flatter, but they may, with that, again, those changes, we see a bigger upswing. Okay, Berkeley had a big spike in May, and we are, down in June, a little up in July, down in August, but it's had a huge change from what a lot of the other cities. You look at the active inventory, because they were really, really high in April with 110. And now we're down to 41, which is almost as low as last December, which is typically the lowest point of the year. So pendings did go up just slightly from 24 to 35, but with a much smaller decrease in inventory, I expect prices are, like many other cities, will head in the upward direction. All right, and Lafayette, we can see similar to Fremont, similar to Berkeley, prices coming down. Actives inventory went down, pendings went down a little bit, but I still think overall, because of the big price drop, I think they'll shift back up, especially because actives have decreased. And going down to Pleasanton, also had very big price or sorry, not price, but big inventory change in terms of it was up to 120 for actives in May. Right now we're at 88, so I think prices are going to start to because they've been going down. You can also see a roller coaster. A lot of these cities have had roller coaster prices, and I think one of the takeaways we say is, people to talk about timing the market, and at least this year, it's very difficult to time the market because there's just such rapid changes from price increase to price decrease to price increase. And so, you sell when you're ready or buy when you're ready. And inventory went up from 31 to 43. And lastly, Livermore, um, actives went from 112 to 103. Pendings went down from 60 to 42. Again, seems like prices are heading in the upward direction, but I guess we'll see what happens next month. There's a lot of I always feel like Livermore has like the most waves of all the cities, so it's very exciting. So that is from our local association. Ladies, would you like to share anything about what you're seeing in the market?
You want me to go first,
Well,
Maggie?
Louise, I know that you wanted to share. No, you go ahead. You wanted to share about a property.
So I have been showing, I bet you in the last 3 weeks, I've looked at like at least 20 properties, high end, low end, and it's amazing. The hottest property was one on Hanson in the Oakland Hills that overlooked, kind of the bay. They got 6 offers and it was listed for 1,300,000 and went for over 1.6. I mean, that's like a $300,000, like it's amazing, right? And then that's one example. And then I was talking to Nicole that has the one on Astor and San Leandro, which is totally redone. I mean, she bought it to help out a client, so they went in and totally fixed it up in like, I don't know, 3 to 4 months. Um, she says, which is hard for me to imagine, but she says in 2 weeks' time, she's had over 300 showings. That's like crazy, right? Crazy. But it's interesting because then I'm also showing on the lower end, like I've been showing in Hayward, San Leandro, um, San Lorenzo. Some of those are sitting, like they're like below 700, but some of them are pending, but then there's also some like fallout. But I personally think that the interest rate drop, like like when Casey showed us that it went like below 6, that maybe that opened things up for people. What do you think, Maggie? I don't know. I just
Yeah, I
it
agree with you.
it's amazing. It's like there's no rhyme or reason. I mean, some things if they've all the bells and the whistles are getting just amazing showings and disclosure packets being opened and that's it. It's crazy.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and I echo what Katie says too. Like it seems very busy out there, and we have a few listings coming up that I'm excited about because, of course, we were wondering how the market was doing before, and now you got kind of this perfect storm of the rates dropping, which of course brings people out. And then we've got this drop in inventory, which is kind of interesting. I hadn't really expected to see that. So with those
Yeah.
two things together, I think sellers are going to do really well the next couple months. So I feel good about that. But Katie's right. You just can't time the market. There's so many external factors at play, but it's going to be busy.
So I do know what I see is that when people go out and look, like the 3 buyers that I'm working with, all of them want things to look good. I mean, they really appreciate things showing well. I mean, if it doesn't show well, they're going, oh, it needs this, it needs that, it needs this. It's like, so presentation, staging. Um, if the roof is good, if the termite work thing isn't too bad, all those things just play important. And these are like 3 totally different kinds of buyers, high end, low end, middle end. And it's like, they expect things to look good. So it seems like right now that's kind of the mindset, it seems.
It does seem like fewer people want to take on big projects, right? And that might just be because everything is so much more expensive now. So building is super costly.
Yeah,
So whereas before people might want to take on a project, now they just want it fully done and ready to move in.
yeah. Yep. I agree. I think that's it. Other than I think we're gonna have beautiful weather, beautiful week. It's hard to believe that already we're nearing the end of September. So, Katie, can we talk about like our listings coming up or not?
Yeah, we can talk about whatever we want.
Good. I'm just thinking, hey, we should invite people we should tell them what we have coming up. That 15356 Sullivan is a 4 bedroom, 3 bath, 2,100 square feet, open Saturday, Sunday this weekend from 1 to 4. Offers are due on Monday, though we might push it back to Wednesday just because I'm just a little nervous about how the market is doing. I mean, I think it's going to be okay, but you never know. And then we still have our beautiful one in Pleasant Hill on Oran. That's the 5 bedroom, 3.5 bath, I
yes.
think. Yes. And also 2,100 square feet. And it is gorgeous. We just
Yeah,
need
completely remodeled, completely rebuilt.
rebuild. We
Yeah.
need a wonderful buyer who's gonna, and what the neighbors love about that house or the neighborhood is they can walk to the elementary school, the middle school, the high school, and the college. They just go,
Yeah, the neighbors love it. I mean, they love the neighborhood, so.
yes. So, and then we have others coming up, but we need to wait and get them ready. So maybe Maggie, next time we can talk about those. So that'll be good.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think that's it for me.
All
So
right.
bye, everybody. Have a wonderful
Bye.
weekend and wonderful rest of September. Bye, everybody.
Hmm.